everyone, welcome back to my channel. And for those of you that are new, hello, this is Grandma Jeannie's Creations, and today I'm going to show you how I make a strap connector, an adjustable strap connector for my bags. Now we are going to be using a jacquard webbing. We are going to be using some faux leather. You will need a strap adjuster and then a rectangle ring. I'm using 1.5 inch. So these two pieces will have to be 1.5 inch. And the swivel hook is going to be 1 inch because this is for a 1.5 inch strap, but this is for 1 inch swivel hook. And then you'll need 5 number 8 or number 9 rivets. Let's see, scissors. You can either do, I use my Cricut infusible ink pen to do the edges so you can't see, because this is like a gray felt on the back. So what I do is I'll do the edges and then I will do that with the infusible ink pen. And then you'll need a couple of clips, maybe, and a pen, and 1/4 inch double stick tape. Now, my acrylic template I got from Arc Expressions. I will leave the link to her Etsy page in my descriptions. All I did is I asked her, now this might not be legal to put on YouTube, but I'm going to do it anyhow. All I did was I messaged her through her Etsy page, and I said, is it possible for you to cut me an acrylic template out of the strap connectors that are on Lynn's handmade designs on her cell phone sling? And she messaged me back and she showed me the picture of the outside of the pattern with the strap connector pieces on it, and she said, is this what you are talking about? And I said yes, and she said yes, I can make those for $10. So that's what she made it for me. So all as you do is you lay this on your piece of faux leather or whatever you're going to use to cut it out, and then you just simply trace around there. This is for people who don't have a Cricut machine or just like using acrylic templates. I have a Cricut machine, but my Cricut machine broke, so I needed to find an alternate method. And then you just cut this out. So I'm going to set that aside. So first thing I do is I cut this extra piece at either 10 to 12 inches. This one's cut at 10. Then I cut my longer piece for my strap at 44. That way, when I get done, I have about a 54 to 55 inch strap with everything that's added on to it. Now, if you use jacquard, you can use the nylon webbing. If you use jacquard, you want to slightly melt the edges with a lighter. And then what I do is I usually put some glue on the end of each end. I won't do that today because it takes time to dry. I should have prepped it earlier. But it pretty much melts pretty good with your lighter. Okay. And we're gonna undo this one. And we're gonna flip this. Whoop! I don't want that. Whoa! Now, I make these for markets because I have had many people ask me when I take the cell phone sling if I have a adjustable straps for their bags, so they have interchangeable straps for their bags that they carry. And I said, well, you can take the stuff off of the cell phone sling, but for some reason they don't like to do that. They want a specific extra strap just for their purse. They think that cell phone sling is strictly a cell phone sling, even though I show them that you can take all of the extra stuff off of it. So I decided I'm gonna make some adjustable straps and sell those too at my markets, and they go pretty good. So the first thing I do is I grab one of these, and I want to put my swivel hook on. Then you could use glue or you can use tape. I'm going to use tape for this video. And I usually put a piece here. Piece here. And then I'll put one right down the middle on that one. And I'll take it off, and we're going to work on this little piece first. Take the paper off. Oops. I like to change out my straps on my bags, so I know a lot of other people do too. Then I will place that up here. I will place that up here. Well, get that even. There we go. And then put that there. Like that. And I will grab one of these and put that on there. And we will sew around there. I wait to get everything done and then I sew around there. So now we're going to do the next part. Oops. And this one is not going to have, this one is going to have this rectangle ring on it. So you want to put your rectangle ring on. Put your rectangle ring on. And if you have the rectangle ring that has a welding mark on it, you want to make that so it's on the inside of your strap connector. Put that on there, flip it over, and you can run one of those Cricut brayers across there to stick it down better if you want. Put that there. Then you want to take your longer piece and you want to put it up under. You're going to put it up, then pull that little bracket down, and then pull it under. And then you want to take about 1.5 inches or 2 inches, and I clip it And when we do sew this, we're going to sew a box across here and an X. You don't have to do that. You can just sew a double line across here if you want. It's your preference. Then you're going to take the long piece and you are going to take you want this up, this piece up, and you want this not twisted. You're going to take it and you're going to put it inside here. Then you're going to bring this over here, put it up, and then under. Pull your strap, so it looks like that. Take this piece, put your swivel hook on it, put your tape on there, and I usually sell these between $20 and $30 depending on how much the webbing costs me. I have two different places where I buy my webbing from, so one place is a little bit more expensive than the other. And I can leave that link on the bottom too, those two links. Okay, then you take your end here, lay it in there evenly, then you bring that down, and I need to get another clip. Then what we are going to do is we are going to sew all the way around here. We're not going to back stitch. We're going to pull our stuff through and tie it off and burn it. I sew all of my stuff at once, and then I sew all of my, well, first I sew my flap here down, and then I go ahead and I sew all of these. So I'm going to take it to the machine and do that, and then we'll put the rivets on and it'll be done. Okay, so this part here may be a little tricky. So if you want to sew it beforehand, you can. Before putting all this other stuff on, you can. I just do it all this way. I think I'm going to do 2 lines across there and be done with it. You want your stitch to be on a 4. Now this one I do back stitch on. But on my strap connectors, I do not back stitch. Take those off now. slap a little glue on that after I get done, but I'll do that after I'm burn any hanging off threads there. Okay. Now to do these. Oh, I always start on this side. I don't know why. I just feel comfortable doing it on that side. And you want to sew as close to the edge without running off. So an 1/8 to a 1/16 of an inch. You definitely don't want to do a 1/4 of an inch. And you may have to maneuver how your machine hits those so you can make your curves correctly so it doesn't look funky. I don't go up to here. I leave a little bit of leeway in here because I don't like my presser foot hanging over that metal piece here. And I do pull it so my presser foot does not hit it, if that makes sense. I pull it to that side. You just tie these off and burn them. Is this one? Placement of our rivets. So normally what I do is I just eyeball this, kind of put it on there to kind of see how I put it on my mat evenly so it's around the squares, and then I'll just go up from there, put it out there, go up from there, put it out there. I don't usually be precise and measure it out, but if you want to, you can. It's totally up to you. I just eyeball it. And I'll put 2 on these, and then I'll put 1 right in the center on that one. Then I'll take these little hole punch pliers that I got on Amazon, and I will just punch my holes. Sometimes, there we go. Sometimes it doesn't squeeze right, but I think that's because of my bad hand. When you hear the snap, you know it went through. That one was a little bit off, but it'll be okay. Yeah, that one looks a whole lot off. Yikes, that was not good. Let me see if I can fix that. I think I can. There we go. Put that on there. Then I use my rivet press, and I just have that one snap. These rivet presses come in very handy. Mine is not a cam snap. I got mine from Snaps Tools on Facebook. They do have a website. I'll put the link in the description there too, in case. And it's just, you can use a cam snap tools with it. It's kind of like interchangeable. See that I got this off kilter a little. And then, seeing how I got this off kilter a little, I'll just trim that up. Okay. And there is our strap connector, or our strap, adjustable strap, sorry. Easy peasy. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, and share the video. And also, if you want, you can punch that little button that says hyper, and it sends it out to even more people. So, I will see you on the next one. I hope you like this video. It's an easy thing to put together. And I will see you next time. Bye. Have a good afternoon.